And the race for the next governor of North Carolina has gained national attention. Today, we could learn whether Democratic Attorney General Josh Stein or Republican Lieutenant Governor Mark Robinson will move into the governor's mansion. WRAL's Ashley Rowe starts our team coverage.
She will be watching the results come in at the Stein campaign and joins us live from Raleigh. Ashley?
Guys, this is a watch party that is for all Democratic candidates, and we're going to be seeing many Council of State candidates coming by. Of course, the Josh Stein campaign is here. We're going to see people starting to come into the ballroom here in downtown Raleigh at about 7:30. Now, when speaking with the Stein campaign, they are feeling confident, and interestingly, they credit two different pockets of voters as part of the reason for their confidence, one being women, the other being their coalition. They call it a coalition of Republican voters who are going to be voting for Josh Stein. Speaking of Josh Stein, here's some video of him. He was at Chavis Park earlier today. This is the most recent video that we have of him today, shaking hands with voters, doing a meet and greet. I spoke with his campaign manager. He is cautiously optimistic as they prepare for the polls to close here. They say, I asked them about, well, this really has been a campaign that has had national attention, a lot of it because of the controversy surrounding his opponent, Mark Robinson. How did you strategize your messaging around that? Here's what he had to say.
I think it put a fine point on what people already knew about Mark Robinson. This is somebody who said that abortions in this country happen because women can't keep their skirts down, that women aren't called to lead, and from a church pulpit said that some folks need killing. North Carolinians know who he is, and we believe that they're ready to reject him. And, in terms of how our strategy changed afterwards, it didn't. We were going to continue to show Mark Robinson for who he is in his own words.
So they do have a lot of confidence heading into tonight, but they also are trying to temper expectations. The polls have been showing double-digit leads that Stein has been having over Robinson. They're trying to say, we don't expect to have double-digit margins here. We will be happy with single-digit margins, but they are hoping to cruise to victory. Guys?
We'll be watching. Thank you so much, Ashley.
WRO's Eric Miller is joining us from another location in downtown Raleigh. He is with Republican candidate for governor Mark Robinson. Eric, what's the mood there at the Robinson campaign headquarters?
Well, Gerald, just within the last hour, the doors have finally opened for Robinson's watch party, and you can see the first couple of folks have started filing in here, talking to people, talking to these supporters. They say they are optimistic, and that's something we're also hearing from Robinson's campaign here, believing that he can pull out a surprise here on election night, despite some of those grim poll numbers. Now, you take a look at this video here. Robinson has been spending his day making a last-minute campaign blitz, swinging across the state from Greensboro to Raleigh, and ending with this solo event atop Wells Fargo Tower. That clashes with how this campaign began a year and a half ago when Robinson stood shoulder to shoulder with many in North Carolina Republican leadership, including Senate Leader Phil Berger. But over the last few weeks, as Robinson trailed in the polls, some Republicans began distancing themselves, especially after that bombshell CNN report. Now, Robinson has denied those allegations and is suing the news network, calling that report election interference. Despite that, he has vowed to accept the results of the vote. Take a listen.
Of course we're going to accept the results of the election. We're not going to do anything but that. We're going to accept the results of this election, and I would hope that my opponent would too.
Now, as to why this campaign is optimistic tonight, Robinson, as well as his chief campaign strategist, have pointed to the strong turnout across the state, especially among Republicans, and especially in those western counties hard hit by Helene. As to whether that turnout can turn into a victory tonight, they and everybody else just going to have to wait and see. In Raleigh, Eric Miller, WRAL News.